Hello there, welcome to the Football Bloc. My name is Brandon, and today I'm going to give you my reaction to the opening match of AFCON 2025. So if that sounds interesting, let's hop right into it. So the opening match of the Africa Cup of Nations for the year 2025 has come to a close, and the host nation, Morocco, comes out with a 2-0 victory over the Comoros Islands. Overall, it was a pretty end-to-end game, all things considered. It wasn't the most easy victory for Morocco, although I do think that they were the better team. I do think that they were very clearly the deserved winners. It was a cool game to open the tournament, some beautiful goals here, and now the AFCON has officially started, and I am very excited for the rest of these games here. But let's look specifically on this match here and see what happened. Like I said, I think Morocco was the deserved winner, and I think that they clearly were the better team, but it wasn't a cakewalk for them. In fact, the Comoros Islands made it very tough for Morocco, specifically in the first half there. The way that the game started off was pretty chippy. It wasn't very free-flowing from either team. Obviously, the Comoros Islands is going to have that sort of siege mentality where they're going to intentionally try and mess up the play that Morocco has going forward, and that was it made a lot easier because of the weather. This game being held in Rabat, it was pouring rain, so obviously the conditions of the pitch did mess up the normally dynamic and free-flowing and electric nature that this Moroccan team plays with. Also, there was a few things here and there. Hakimi started on the bench in this game, and then Romain Saiss had to come off with injury very early on in the game, so that did upset the balance a little bit. Morocco did have some clear chances. In fact, within the first few minutes, actually, they earned a penalty, but Ramani missed the penalty there. It was a pretty good save from the Comoros keeper, you have to say. I think Comoros also had some pretty good chances on the counter. There was another penalty shout as well. I think it was rightfully not given. But once the second half started, this Moroccan team that walked out of the team tunnel there was a completely different team. They were able to rise it up to another level, turn it into another gear, and this is where we saw the Morocco that we all know. They played some beautiful football pretty early on into the second half. They broke the deadlock here. Very good interplay on the right flank there. It led to a pretty good chance for Brahim Diaz, and no doubt there he stabbed it into the back of the net there with a side-footed finish. He continues his great goal-scoring form for the Moroccan national team. But what really put the nail in the coffin was about 10-15 minutes later. There was a beautiful ball over the top, and El Kaabi scored a bicycle kick to make it 2-0 to Morocco. Pretty much killed the game off there, but what a beautiful finish. It's going to be hard to top this. This is probably the goal of the tournament. Like I said, the ball came over the top. He had to kind of turn his body around. His back was to goal, and it was a beautiful bicycle kick. He hit that sweetly. And Morocco, from that point on, they had total control. They already had all the possession. They already had the host of the chances, but they really looked like they were flying at full gear. They almost scored a third, a fourth. It looked like a fifth could have been on the horizon there within the last few minutes. But the game finished 2-0, which I think is fair to the Comoros Islands, considering how respectable this was for a performance there. If you look at the rest of the group, Morocco obviously here got a good 3 points on the board, and with this performance here, it looks like they're going to fulfill their expectations. They should top this group fairly easily, and with the expectations that they have, it looks like they should go all the way. There is some hefty pressure that's going to be on this Moroccan team, and for good reason. Moroccan football is in a really good spot right now. If you look at their just team overall at all levels, they sent basically a C team, mostly of domestic players, to the Arab Cup, which just finished last week, and they won the whole thing. It wasn't easy. They got pushed all the way to the end in the final, but still, they won the whole thing. They also won, I believe, it was the U20, the Under-20 World Cup. There's a bunch of other teams. The Olympic team, they got bronze, I think, at the last Olympics. And then, of course, you have to look at the 2022 World Cup, where they were the first African team to make it to the semifinals. And they not only do they have this tournament here in Morocco that they are expected to win, which I think is deservedly so, considering everything that they have have done. Anything less than a victory here is a failure, might be harsh to say. They also had the 2026 World Cup on the horizon as well. So with all that said, I think this is a step in the right direction. Morocco started off this tournament in pretty good fashion here. The team looks good. They look like they're playing well. All they have to do is just keep up this momentum. They have the crowd, obviously the home crowd, on their back. As for the Comoros Islands, this was, I think, an interesting performance to see. From a perspective from their point of view, it was, yes, they lost. They got outplayed. But, I mean, Morocco, in my opinion, is by far the best team in the tournament. The fact that they were able to play in such a respectful manner is a good sign here. Because remember, I believe AFCON 2021 was the first time that the Comoros Islands even made an AFCON before. So there is a steady rise, you can see. As a footballing nation, it looks like they are heading, in a good direction. And with a performance like this, if you look at the other teams in this group, they have Zambia and Mali. If the Comoros is able to be consistent with a solid performance like this, carrying it on to their next few games, and they should be able to make it into the knockout rounds, especially when you consider that a vast majority of the third-place teams will make it to the round of 16 there. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of this game. What do you think of El Kaabi's goal there? Did Morocco impress you enough? Do you think that they weren't good enough? I'm sure there are some people out there that's like, it should have been a higher score line. They shouldn't have conceded those chances. But let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are tuning into AFCON 2025, and you should if you're not, but if you are, let me know what team you're rooting for and why. Type all your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. Follow the Football Bloc on social media. But anyway, guys, my name is Brendan. This has been the Football Bloc, and I hope you have a nice rest of your night.
One step beyond.